Patrick, child, hate of women, victim. Look at her. She walks like a queen, and she is only my mother. She takes control of this blasted situation of mine like I am a toy, to be handled and discarded in one fell swoop. I am a man of 24, and she does not even acknowledge my presence or battered body. She knows someone who knows someone, and her favor sets me free. I know I should appreciate her. She knows I never will. Back in the safety of my apartment, I let the burn take over. I find I must go to a window for air. This hatred has been growing for years, and now it burns like a fire raging on an excess of dry timber. It began in my gut, but this fire consumes my entire body now. One glance in the mirror and the redness of my skin confirms I cannot contain it any longer. Hot magma flows in my veins, feeding and fueling. I can feel its pulse. I can see it in my eyes. So I run. I ran and ran from one encounter to another. I am a man who knows the truth. I don't care if it is the 20th century, and a man will always be more important and have more value than a woman. They should remember their place in this world. Dreaming of something different is a fool's game. Deal with reality, women. You cannot do what we can. Stay in your place. You are all here to serve as labor or sex. You are no other thing of value. I am sick of the pollution created by the women's movement. That is what has ruined our country, made this messed up version of life. I am sure men of the past would have eliminated women long ago if we could find a way to reproduce without them. This thought is one of the few that can bring a smile to my face. How peaceful it would be if women simply did not exist. This nagging cock would cooperate with the agenda at hand. Everything would be so different. I can see it. With all the new technology, maybe someday we will harvest enough eggs from the female bodies who are here and reproduce in a dish. Wouldn't that be something? Any female fetus could have eggs harvested and then be destroyed. Easy enough. Ah, what a fantasy. My smile lingers. Here I am in my easy chair watching football while my wife and two daughters are busy in the kitchen. If they only knew. My smile grows bigger. I can feel it in my belly. Actually, in truth, the girls know. I could see it develop in them. Then I saw it every time I looked in their eyes. They knew of my hate, so far past dislike. Their mother likes to pretend and not look at the truth. She would rather just look away. I don't remember the last time we looked at each other, let alone into each other's eyes. How many years now? I wonder. She got pregnant. I thought, why not a live-in maid? When I found myself with two daughters, I could not stand the thought of having sex with my wife ever again. It made my stomach burn too brightly. I finally left that toxic female household. There was certainly nothing to keep me there, paying for the lives of strangers and having to tolerate their presence in my home every day. Now I am free to be however I want to be, with no nagging females always needing something. Can't they just take care of themselves? I never have understood why they just kept coming around. Take a hint already. Sitting here in this uncomfortable hospital bed, I take in the doctor's news. I must say I am not surprised. I have hated with intensity for over 40 years. Mere flesh cannot stand strong against that heated energy. So the truth of cancer seems appropriate and, in a strange way, a relief. I'm tired. Tired of the hate, tired of the pain, for in truth, I have known I was sick for a few years now. At 56, I am too tired to live any longer. The impulse to share the news with my former family is quickly denied, for I have no right. My ex-wife, in her unwavering faith, would probably forgive me and help me with this process of dying. I won't do that. I have my pride. 2 weeks of lying in this bed waiting to die, and what do I get? A man of faith in the bed next to me, talking like his life depended on showing me a better way when it was too late. What else could I do but listen? When some of his words made a crazy kind of sense, I began to think of it even when he took a break. I had felt so right all of these years. I knew other men did not feel how I did, but never gave it much thought. My rightness began to look foolish and childish. My mother had used those very words to describe me. Mother is 79, and I am sure she will outlive me by at least 10 years. It took me the last 3 weeks of my life to compose 4 letters. I entitled them Mother, Wife, Daughter 1, Daughter 2. It seemed appropriate. They will understand. Anything else would not represent the way that I treated each of them. I confessed to my wrongdoing. There were no excuses. I was jealous and threatened by their light and power. I wanted more of that light and did not want them to know it could have been used against me. I did not know how to make my own light, so I stole theirs. I tried to destroy their light. A petty, small-minded man who had been blessed with 4 incredible angels of light. I could have basked in the glory of your love. I could have lifted you up so that you could shine brighter, but I did not. I chose to ridicule, to diminish, to ignore, and all words were polluted with righteous hate. I am truly, truly sorry. It was all me, never you. All me. Remember that, if nothing else. Remember that. It was all me. The gathering room. Patrick. It always manifests both ways, male or female, does it not? We are all the same, and only through this process of looking truthfully at ourselves do we see our mistakes. So many wait until the very end of their lives. I have read that we can look at that life as successful because they did wake up. However, I feel they have not helped us fix the damage created by that life. How can we ever catch up to the goodness if we continue in this pattern? In earnest, I turn to Raziel for reassurance. In return, he envelopes me in embrace to encourage me to remember. I am taken to the beginning of the creation of planet Earth. I hear the discussion between father and mother. They would like to make a playground for their children in a new physical realm. Together they imagine the planet Earth, and then I see the manifestation of their desires exploding into existence. All the while, the discussion of free will is being tossed around as a new experience to create. Why not? All experience is worthy, Father declares. Go forth, children, and experience all things. Experiment and learn to find your way back home. And remember, you must remember. With one harmonic expression, the word of Father and the movement of Mother, the creation is fixed, life anew, as never known before. From the first moment of discussion, they knew life on earth would turn to darkness, but they had faith in their children. They knew we would return to the truth of our origins. That truth was placed within the heart of every one of their children, in the spark of every cell, to help their children find guidance back home. Besides, at any time, any one of them can call on either parent for assistance they may need. Once back with Raziel, I see 8 spaces have been filled. They have all shared in my vision of the beginning. A collective sigh of understanding is released. We need not be concerned. Mother, Father know and are helping, so all will be well. We turn towards the screen.